Have you ever wondered why one of the greatest innovators in the world, Elon Musk, does not believe in concepts that seem so self-evident, such as religion and the afterlife? What has led him to doubt the sanctity of the Bible, the unexplainable miracles, or even the teachings on asceticism? Musk, who has led technological revolutions, has changed the world and posed profound questions about values that many have adhered to for thousands of years. Elon Musk never stops seeking the truth, which is clearly reflected in his views on the Bible. He believes that every individual must be free to think and act without being bound by beliefs that cannot be proven. To him, technology and progress are the keys to improving the world, and there is nothing more important than living authentically in this world rather than worrying about things that cannot be verified. It is this courage that has shaped the Musk we know today. Remember to share this story with your Christian community. Support us by subscribing, and leave your feedback in the comments below. In pivotal moments of history, humanity has always faced the great question: what is freedom? This question is not merely about material freedom, but also spiritual freedom, freedom of thought, and religious freedom, three inseparable elements in building a free and just society. Elon Musk, who has been changing the world with technology, has repeatedly emphasized the importance of freedom of thought and religion in modern society. But what does religious freedom indeed mean? And can we live in a world where everyone has the right to choose their beliefs without coercion or prejudice? Looking back to the early days of human history, as great kingdoms and empires began to form, religious freedom was vague and seldom valued. One pivotal event that marked a turning point in religious thought was when the Roman Empire recognized Christianity as a legitimate religion in 313 AD. Under the leadership of Emperor Constantine I through the Edict of Milan. This event ushered in a new era of religious freedom, where Christians could openly practice their faith without fear of persecution or execution. But was religious freedom fully realized from that point onward? And is freedom of thought a fundamental human right? According to the Bible, religious freedom is not just the right to choose one's beliefs, but also to respect the freedom of others. In Galatians 5 verse 1, St. Paul writes, "Stand firm, then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery." This verse emphasizes that the freedom granted by God allows us to live unbound, not just in the material world, but also in spirit and mind. It is akin to choosing a path where individuals can follow their calling without being imposed upon by any external forces. However, it is essential to note that freedom does not mean a lack of limits. In Matthew 7 verse 12, the Lord teaches, "So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you." This is the golden rule, which not only applies to human relationships, but also speaks to how we must respect the freedom of others, even when their religious choices differ from our own. Religious freedom is not an abstract or distant concept. In modern society, where advanced technologies like social media, artificial intelligence, and global platforms are changing how we communicate and connect, freedom of thought and religion has become more critical. Although Elon Musk does not adhere to any particular religion or creed, he profoundly believes in each person's right to choose. For Musk, being open to different viewpoints helps build a diverse society and drives progress. For only when freedom of thought is protected can humanity find creative solutions to grand challenges. What can we learn from the teachings of the Bible about religious freedom? Freedom must be accompanied by responsibility. Not everyone will agree with our beliefs, but we can agree on the right to be respected and free. This is the message that Elon Musk, with his views on freedom and progress, has conveyed to the modern world. Freedom is not arbitrariness, but mutual respect for diversity and difference. And in our world, where science and technology are advancing, Maintaining freedom of thought and religion will be the key to preserving human dignity and creativity. Elon Musk has boldly expressed his views on religious education for young people. He believes that forcing children to adopt a specific religious belief is wrong, and that they should be free to explore and develop their thoughts without being imposed upon them. This perspective is not a new one in history. It can be found in the foundational principles of the Bible. In Deuteronomy 6 verses 6 to 7, God instructs parents to teach their children, not through coercion or imposition, but by setting an example through actions and words. This emphasizes the importance of education and sharing moral values without infringing on the individual's freedom of thought. Musk not only criticizes the imposition of religion, but also highlights that freedom of thought is essential for every child's intellectual and moral development. Children need space to explore the world, learn from differences, and develop their perspectives. If a child is only taught one religion without broad exploration, they will not be able to understand the diversity of worldviews in society. Freedom to choose one's beliefs is not a mystical concept. Numerous studies have shown that children can form their own beliefs from a very young age and develop a better understanding when encouraged to think independently. A recent Pew Research Center survey revealed that an increasing number of young people do not identify with a fixed religion. Instead, they freely explore moral and religious values from various sources. Musk has stated that if children can develop their thinking freely, they can view issues from multiple angles. This helps them grow in character and creates future generations with the ability to be creative and open-minded. When freedom of thought and religion are respected, each individual can find their path, thereby contributing to the overall development of society. Musk strongly opposes the coercion of religion on children because he believes that freedom is a fundamental human right. And this extends to children as well. When children can choose their beliefs, they will understand that respect and freedom for others are essential societal values. From this, understanding and tolerance will grow, helping to make the world more open and peaceful. As a child, Elon Musk embarked on a strange, yet profoundly meaningful journey. He immersed himself in religious texts, particularly the Bible, hoping to find answers to the great questions of existence. In a world of uncertainty and mystery, Musk never ceased his search for truth, questioning life's purpose, the universe's meaning, and the nature of humanity. This was not just a journey of childhood curiosity, but a sign of a soul hungry to explore the unknown. The Bible, one of the most essential books in human history, contains sacred stories and a wealth of philosophy regarding life, death, and their meanings. As Musk read the Bible, he encountered stories like that of Genesis, where the universe is created in 6 days, or the teachings in Ecclesiastes about the fleeting nature of life. Although he was not a follower of any religion, Musk was drawn to these profound philosophies, which helped shape his unique view of the world. Questions like, why do we exist? And what is truth? Have remained central in Musk's life throughout his career. Around 45% of American adults identify as non-religious or do not define their religious beliefs, reflecting a broader trend of seeking personal answers unbound by established doctrines. Although Musk does not follow a specific religion, the lessons from the Bible still profoundly influence his worldview and work. This demonstrates that while the path to finding truth may differ, the questions about the meaning of life remain an essential part of the human journey. The Bible, an ancient and profound work, has always been a source of inspiration and a challenge for many seeking answers about life and the universe. For Elon Musk, reading the Bible in his youth was a profoundly conflicting experience. While a firm believer in science and reason, Musk could not help but be stunned and at times shocked by some of the stories in the Bible, especially those in the Old Testament. Brutal punishments and the wrath of God depicted in its pages led him to question the logic and reason behind these teachings. One of the most controversial passages is the story of the Great Flood, where God orders the destruction of nearly all of humanity due to their depravity. The image of an all-powerful, wrathful God cleansing the world by eradicating all those deemed unworthy is perhaps one of the most challenging stories for someone like Musk, who evaluates everything through the lens of reason and scientific progress, to swallow. Despite this, Musk does not deny the awe and the profound lessons the Bible offers. But for him, such stories are a sign of confusion, even contradiction. 70% of Americans still regard the Bible as an essential part of their spiritual lives, though there is a wide diversity in how they understand and apply its teachings. This contradiction between a world of love and justice and the brutal punishments and wrath of the Old Testament reflects an aspect of the Bible that many find difficult to explain. Scholars have debated these contradictions for thousands of years, from stories of punishment to promises of salvation. Although not a religious devotee, Musk, like many others, feels the mystery of these stories. For him, understanding the Bible is about reading religious events and exploring the big questions of human nature and the universe. Yet, to some extent, this very contradiction remains something that Musk, like many, cannot fully grasp in the book's profound message. When speaking about the Bible, Elon Musk does not hesitate to share his view that, while the book holds significant historical and moral value, it is not a sacred text or an absolute prophecy. For Musk, the Bible is a human creation, written in particular historical periods, reflecting the values, beliefs, and perspectives of the societies of that time, but not a revelation from a supernatural being. Musk's perspective is not new. It is widely held in the scientific and rationalist communities, where many regard the Bible as a literary work, a rich source of civilization and moral teachings, but not as a flawless prophetic scripture. Musk often emphasizes that scientific and technological progress has given humanity a deeper understanding of the world, and this must be supported by beliefs rooted in mythology or ancient faiths. According to him, while the Bible contains many lessons about compassion, forgiveness, and justice, it cannot be denied that it also includes elements incompatible with modern reason. In contemporary society, an increasing number of people, especially the younger generation, no longer believe in the Bible's sanctity. Instead, they turn to humanistic values and reason to guide their lives. However, despite not believing in the Bible's divine nature, Musk does not deny the profound influence the book has had on humanity. He believes that, like all great works of literature, the Bible still holds value, but it should not be something people give absolute trust to. Interpreting and understanding the Bible, in Musk's view, is a process of intellectual development where individuals need to use reason and analysis to uncover the actual lessons the book seeks to convey. With his sharp scientific reasoning, Elon Musk has not hesitated to express a clear view of the miracles in the Bible. He believes that events such as Jesus turning water into wine or walking on water cannot be verified or explained through science and, therefore, cannot serve as the basis for belief. For Musk, every idea and perspective must be grounded in empirical evidence, proven through scientific methods. The question arises, are the miracles in the Bible part of a mythical narrative, or are they symbolic images created to convey more profound life lessons? The history of miracles in religious texts, not only in the Bible but also in many other cultures, is often told as signs of the supernatural, of invisible forces at work. However, according to Musk, this does not mean they can be accepted as absolute truth. He believes science will always take the lead, providing rational explanations for phenomena that were once considered miracles. The inability to explain a phenomenon does not mean it is a miracle. Instead, it is merely a challenge to science and reason. Pew Research Center shows that an increasing number of people, particularly younger generations, view religious stories not as factual events but as forms of moral instruction. This does not mean they dismiss all the lessons from the Bible, but they question whether there is any empirical foundation for those miracles. For Musk, it is not about rejecting religious stories altogether, but affirming that only science and reason can lead humanity to understand the world around us properly. Elon Musk has shared an interesting perspective on the marked shift in the image of God between the Old and New Testaments, a transformation many may not have fully recognized. In the Old Testament, the image of God is centered around anger and the punishment of sin, with stories full of severity and strict judgment. The Great Flood, bloody wars, and brutal penalties make it difficult for many to sense God's closeness or compassion. God in the Old Testament is a powerful judge, always ready to enact punishment for those who betray or sin. However, in the New Testament, God's image changes completely. God is no longer an angry deity, but a model of love, forgiveness, and sacrifice. Through the teachings of Jesus Christ, people are taught about unconditional love, loving one's enemies, and forgiving those who wrong them. These values define the New Testament and form the foundation of faith in most Christian communities today. Through his actions and words, Jesus conveyed a message of peace and love rather than anger and retribution. While not fully embracing the sacredness of the Bible, Musk acknowledges that the New Testament teachings contain profound moral lessons worth reflecting upon and applying in life. In today's tumultuous world, principles such as love your enemy and forgive unconditionally are increasingly important. These values help individuals live in harmony with one another and are essential for building a more civilized and compassionate society. This transformation, from the image of God in the Old Testament to that in the New Testament, carries a powerful message that love and forgiveness can overcome all challenges. And only when humanity changes its view of one another can the world truly become a better place. Elon Musk, though not believing in the divine nature of the Bible, has shared that he still values the moral teachings it contains. While many see the Bible as sacred, Musk approaches it as a cultural work that holds valuable lessons on how to live. One of the messages he finds particularly important is love your enemies, a principle clearly expressed in the New Testament through the teachings of Jesus Christ. This phrase is a moral suggestion and a powerful call for tolerance and compassion. Musk says these teachings can be widely applied in modern life, where conflicts and disagreements are common. He believes that rather than reacting with anger or hatred, we can create a more peaceful and understanding environment if we genuinely comprehend and practice love, even toward those who disagree with us. While Musk does not view the Bible as an infallible sacred text, he acknowledges that its values can help build a more open and peaceful society. This aligns with Musk's philosophy, as he consistently advocates for ideas that aim to create a sustainable future where people can live in harmony with one another and nature. In essence, even though Musk does not subscribe to all religious aspects of the Bible, he finds profound teachings on how to treat others and face life within it. Elon Musk has shared that the concept of sin in the Bible confuses him and is difficult to understand. For Musk, sin is not a concept that can be easily defined in absolute terms. Instead, it can vary depending on culture, era, and even personal perspectives. In the Bible, sin is often seen as an act of violating God's commandments or rules, but this definition is somewhat abstract and not always straightforward. Musk questions whether the concept of sin truly applies in a modern, culturally diverse world like today, where moral values can differ between countries, societies, and historical periods. While some people believe sin to be a clear and absolute violation of God's directives, Musk sees it as something that can be understood in various ways. He also points out the fact that there is no universal definition of sin that applies to everyone. For example, actions considered sinful in one place may not be seen as such in another. Some studies have also shown that moral standards change over time and across cultures, leading to differences in how people understand and define sin. Musk argues that a rigid, clear-cut definition of sin could hinder personal growth and exploration. When sin is defined too narrowly, it can constrain people within rigid frameworks rather than expanding their capacity for understanding and awareness. Musk believes that viewing sin flexibly, without undue imposition, can allow individuals to grow more naturally and freely. Indeed, when not bound by narrow definitions of sin, people can freely choose their actions and create moral values. When Elon Musk discusses the Bible, one of the topics that confound him is the mystical and enigmatic stories, particularly those found in the book of Genesis. The story of Adam and Eve, the creation of the world, and even the descriptions of the apocalypse prompt Musk to ask profound questions. He does not deny the value of these stories, but believes they should be understood more symbolically than as absolute historical truths. According to Musk, when considering the mystical events in the Bible, it is crucial to view them within the cultural and psychological context of the era in which they were written, with his brilliant mind constantly questioning and seeking answers. Musk contends that these stories should not be taken literally. For instance, the tale of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden might be an allegory for the beginning of humanity, the shift from unconsciousness to awareness, from simplicity to complexity. This story is not just about a couple. It could symbolize the formation of consciousness and human free will. Moreover, details such as the world's creation in 6 days or the descriptions of the apocalypse in the book of Revelation are potent symbols. Musk believes these stories may convey lessons about beginnings and endings, change and rebirth, but should not be regarded as precise depictions of reality. He holds that everything in the world can ultimately be explained through science. Thus, these mystical stories could be viewed as ways to convey moral messages and insights into human nature. However, while Musk does not fully accept these stories as historical facts, he does not dismiss the Bible's value as a rich source of ethics and wisdom. He acknowledges that the lessons in the Bible about love, forgiveness, and devotion can be applied to modern life. For Musk, the Bible is a sacred text and a treasure trove of culture, morality, and knowledge from which people can learn and develop their thinking. As one of the pioneers in technology and space, Elon Musk holds strong views on material life and personal development. One of his critiques of the Bible pertains to its teachings on asceticism, a concept embraced by many religions, including the Bible, which advises people to renounce luxury and comfort in pursuit of a simpler life. For Musk, this is not only a rebuttal on a material level, but also an assessment of the creative nature of humanity. Historically, teachings on asceticism, ranging from renouncing possessions to living a simple life, have been central themes in many religions. However, Musk argues that such ideas could limit personal and technological growth. He believes that human creativity, especially in the 21st century, needs to be nurtured in a free environment where individuals can enjoy the fruits of material progress without feeling guilty. From space exploration to world-changing technologies, Musk contends that if we disregard material prosperity, we limit our potential for advancement. This does not mean that Musk denies the moral values or the teachings of the Bible. He still holds high regard for principles such as love and tolerance. But when it comes to living a happy, fulfilled, and creative life, Musk affirms that technology and material progress are not the enemy but tools that can help create a better world. Today's younger generation is no longer tethered to ascetic teachings. Instead, They seek a balance between morality and material progress to achieve true happiness. In a world where death and the afterlife are often contentious subjects, Elon Musk does not hesitate to express his strong views. He argues that belief in life after death, as described in the Bible and other religions, is a concept that lacks a solid scientific foundation. According to Musk, we have only one life, and making the most of it by doing meaningful things is essential. We need to focus on improving this world, not living in dreams of another world. Musk says his view not only reflects skepticism towards religious beliefs, but also calls for a pragmatic approach to life, one rooted in tangible values and capable of contributing to the progress of humanity. Musk believes that life after death is a mystical concept that scientific methods cannot verify. Rather than seeking comfort in doctrines about eternal life, he emphasizes that we should use our resources to face the realities of our existence. This life is the only opportunity we have to make change, and he contends that all efforts, whether in technology or society, must improve life here and now. Increasingly, more people, especially the younger generation, no longer place value in beliefs about life after death. This signals a shift in thinking, a movement from traditional beliefs to a more pragmatic and progressive worldview. With his far-reaching vision, Musk believes that humanity can create a better world without worrying about what happens after death. One of the key lessons he emphasizes is the value of freedom of thought and the ability to think independently. Musk encourages young people never to be bound by outdated ideas or established thought frameworks. Instead, they should dare to dream big, experiment, and embrace failure. According to Musk, creativity and innovation can only thrive when we can explore, accept differences, and learn from all sources. Another lesson Musk conveys is the importance of pursuing passion and lofty goals. He does not believe in living a mediocre or complacent life. He believes that people, especially the younger generation, must always strive to change the world, making life better for themselves and their communities. For Musk, nothing is impossible if you dare to think and act. Please subscribe to our channel to enjoy more captivating Bible stories from us.